from South Florida's news leader. This is Today in South Florida on NBC6 HD.
It is Saturday, January 10th, 2009, and this is Today in South Florida. Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Yes. I'm Sharon Lawson, along with meteorologist Jennifer Gray. Today's top stories are coming up, but first we wanted to decorate our set a little bit for the new year. You know, spruce it up.
No.
Nah, really? not really. We have a very fun and important guest who's going to be with us today, talking a little bit about how music can be used for a lot of different things, including relieving stress. I think I need that. I need that right about now.
Yeah, sign me up.
But no stress here. We have a wonderful, wonderful weather day.
Oh yeah, it's going to be pretty close to perfect. Yesterday was close to perfect as well. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s. We'll see a lot of sunshine. We're going to stay dry for the weekend, and it is going to be picture perfect. Weather Plus Titan radar at HD. Dry as can be. No rain expected all weekend long. Get outside and enjoy it. Temperatures right now 63 in Miami, 72 in Fort Lauderdale. Still in the upper 50s for portions interior. 59 Opelika, 56 Miccosukee, Kendall, 57 in Homestead. A little warmer in Pompano Beach, around 69 degrees. 79 by this afternoon with mostly sunny skies, dropping down to 68 this evening. Mainly clear. We are going to see a couple of fronts pull through throughout the week. It's going to keep us nice and cool, cooling us off even more throughout the middle part of the week. So we'll talk more about that, plus the rest of your forecast coming up in just a little bit. Sharon?
Sounds great, Jen. Look forward to that. Well, in the news this morning, a hit-and-run driver kills an 11-year-old girl returning home from school activities. And now her mother is making an emotional plea for the driver responsible to come forward. Gary Whittam has the details on the search for this driver.
A grieving mother.
It was my daughter.
This is 11-year-old Ashley Valdez, a little girl killed just feet from where she lived. Police tell us she was hit by someone driving a 2003 Ford quad cab truck, white or light silver in color and similar to this one, which may now have damage to the front left side grille. As detectives search for the driver, Adoni Rosette, Ashley's mother, tries to make sense of it all.
Why didn't you stop? It's a human life.
Ashley, coming home from an after-school program, was getting off a school bus. The bus stopping here at Southwest 80th Street in Kendall. But Jonathan Diaz, Ashley's uncle, tells us that they've told the bus driver that's not a safe place.
When you look at this side of the street, everything's dark at night, especially at 6 o'clock. We told her, do a U-turn, drop on this side, safer, you know, she walks in. That night, she dropped off the Ashley on this side, and we lost her.
And neighbors tell us some people driving in the area treat 80th as a drag strip.
Races down, you see? Young kids, you see? You see that all the time down this road.
A mother in medical school, training to save lives, never expected to have one so close to her heart end so soon. Gary Whittam, Today in South Florida.
A deadly shooting in Doral may have been the result of a family feud. According to police, the driver of a Porsche shot and killed his passenger in the 8400 block of Northwest 36th Street Friday morning. NBC6 sources confirmed the victim has been identified as 23-year-old Fabio Leon. The suspect is Jose Hernandez, the victim's uncle. What led to the shooting is unclear, but police did confiscate a lot of cash from the vehicle. No charges have been filed as the investigation continues. 12 people are arrested in connection with a hydroponics plant in Southwest Miami-Dade. Officers swarmed the home located at 1801 Southwest 90th Avenue, where authorities say the grow house was located. The bust happened yesterday morning, and we're told 2 of the men taken into custody were armed. The police raid was a result of a several-week-long investigation. No word yet on how much marijuana was inside. A 6-month operation by Broward Sheriff deputies to sweep up criminals and clean the streets was a success. Over the course of 29 days, BSO zeroed in on drug activity in the southern part of the county. Deputies made 34 arrests, took $80,000 worth of drugs off the streets, and prevented at least 1 major robbery and murder.
During the surveillances of one of the suspects, we found out that they were going to rob an armored car, a Brinks truck. And the plan was to shoot and kill the money courier while holding the driver at gunpoint.
Some good police work there. Well, the investigation also led to 11 federal indictments. It's an exciting time for conservationists hoping to restore the river of grass. This weekend in Miami is the annual Everglades Coalition Conference. It's a gathering of dozens of science, environmental, and political organizations dedicated to preserving the health of the fragile wetland. Many in attendance expressed their excitement over the South Florida Water Management District's recent decision to buy 180,000 acres from U.S. Sugar.
It doesn't take long for the Everglades to recover once we start moving the water back into the system. Wading birds come back, the wildlife returns, and frankly, our fishing, boating, and recreational opportunities flourish.
Well, it's a great idea. The land purchase is not a done deal yet. The price tag is $1.34 billion, and the Water District can back out if financing proves difficult. Well, speeders beware. Florida lawmakers looking to ease the state budget crunch are voting to raise the cost of traffic tickets. Tisha Lewis breaks down the increased traffic fines and tells us what some drivers think about this decision.
An all too familiar scene, rush hour traffic at a standstill thanks to a need for speed ending in a crash that could have been prevented.
Do I speed? Yes.
And because?
I need to get where I'm going.
Drivers beware. Pushing the limit beyond what's posted combined with the state's cash crunch could burn a hole in your wallet.
I think if we increase the fines, we decrease the speeding.
State legislatures thinking along the same lines.
With less law enforcement on the street, it only made sense to get tougher on those who would break the law.
In Tallahassee, a unanimous vote
48-0 nays
to increase speeding fines.
It doesn't bother me because I don't speed.
I think it's a great idea.
Why?
Because we need to get things under control.
I've been told that if you drive 9 miles over the speed limit maximum, that you generally won't get pulled over.
That's fiction, but here are the facts. If you're nabbed doing 15 to 19 miles per hour over the speed limit, you could pay $35 more under this new bill. If you're driving 20 to 29 miles per hour above the posted limit, you could pay as much as $258. Non-moving and seatbelt violations up $10, and all eyes on red light runners. $208 is the price tag for ignoring the law.
If they increase the fines, I would probably be more inclined to adhere to the speed limit.
So the best advice if you're hoping to avoid those fine hikes, obey the rules of the road. This bill could go into effect as early as February. And you may ask why the fine hike? Well, lawmakers say they're hoping to provide some aid to Florida's ailing court and prison system. That's the very latest from Miramar. Tisha Lewis, Today in South Florida.
And in other news in Florida, Casey Anthony made her first court appearance since being formally charged with first-degree murder. The hearing yesterday was in regards to the handling of photos of her murdered daughter's autopsy. Prosecutors called for the hearing and asked the judge to place restrictions on the photographs of Kaylee's remains. The state was worried someone would get a hold of them and sell them to the tabloids. Little Kaylee's body was found last month, just a half a mile away from the child's grandparents' home. Well, take a look at this. A sinkhole in Polk County has swallowed large pieces of drilling equipment on government property. Officials say the sinkhole developed near the site of a proposed water production facility. From the aerial pictures, you can see where the hole consumed some well drilling equipment and a large tree. Officials say the sinkhole has stabilized and is only affecting county property. The sinkhole isn't threatening any homes or roads. Well, that's good to hear. Time right now is 9:06, and Jennifer will be back with a look at our forecast when we return. And coming up, chaos on the court after gunfire erupts at the end of a high school basketball game. Plus, the jobless rate jumps to its highest level since World War II. We'll take a look at unemployment and the economy. Also, we'll give you a lesson on personalized stress reduction from a world-class performer right here in our NBC6 studio. That and much more still ahead on Today in South Florida. Keep it locked.
At Buy Owner, our best selling point is our customer.
I was a legal secretary for many years doing closings, and I knew I wanted to save the commission, so we called Buy Owner.
Buy Owner provided all the support we needed right through the closing.
Call for a free consultation.
This is more than my easy button. It's my save so much we can finally get new office chairs button.
It's my save so much we can bring back the morning donuts button. Hooray!
It's my save so much my boss will be eternally grateful button.
Good job, Helen. Karen.
It's
Kathy.
Now save big with Staples Dollar Deals. Staples, that was easy.
Hi, I'd like to go downtown and to the airport at the same time.
No, it's different, absolutely different way.
So you're saying I can't do both?
No, in one time, no. Downtown it's east, and airport it's Oceanside west.
I really want to do both.
Ma'am, how you can do this both one time?
Get both a low auto insurance rate and a dedicated agent who gives you great service at mercuryinsurance.com.
Don't let smoking harm you or your child to be.
Florida Quit Line, can I help you?
Yes. Be free. Quit today at 877-YOU-CAN-NOW or floridaquitline.com.
Are you suffering from high-definition omission? BrandSmart USA can help with an HD TV to fit every room and any budget. With a huge selection of brand-name TVs from 10 to 73-inch sets at low, low prices, BrandSmart USA can prepare you now for the February 09 conversion to digital when your old analog set will no longer work. Realize your high-definition ambition. Upgrade to HD and start enjoying a clearer picture now. BrandSmart USA, your high-definition physician with your favorite brands at low, low prices.
We didn't want to pay commission, so we called Buy Owner.
Why give my money to a real estate agent when I do all the work?
I love the fact that with Buy Owner, your house is listed until it's sold.
Buy Owner's service was outstanding.
Call for a free consultation.
Thanks, Buy Owner.
Closed captioning on NBC6 is brought to you by UHealth, the University of Miami Health System, powered by the groundbreaking research and medical excellence of the Miller School of Medicine.
And now, meteorologist Jennifer Gray with NBC6 Weather Plus, South Florida's only high-definition forecast.
Good Saturday morning, 9:10, and a gorgeous start to the day. Blue skies, temperature started out in the upper 50s, right around 60 degrees. We will top out close to 80 this afternoon with a lot of sunshine. The best day to get out there and go to the beach, get on the water. The seas will be great for today. Let's look at your Weather Plus Titan radar in HD just to show you nothing going on, and we're not going to see anything all weekend long. In fact, we're going to see mostly sunny skies Saturday and Sunday. Highs today 79, highs Sunday 81. So a nice warm weekend, and then we will expect another cool down by next week. So Saturday looks good. Right now temperatures around 73 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, 70 in Miami, 71 in Key West. Winds are calm in Miami, but up to 10 in Fort Lauderdale and Key West. Winds should stay at about 5 to 10 miles per hour today out of the northeast to east later on this afternoon. Now, right now, your satellite picture showing mostly clear skies, as you can see, waking up with mostly sunny conditions and most of the clouds, cold front, all of that staying well to our north. In fact, a very impressive snowstorm pushing into portions of the northeast. Right now, pushing through Chicago, anywhere from 5 to 12 inches of snow, ice, all accumulating in the north. All this is pushing to the northeast. New York City should see about 2 inches of snow and ice, and then most of that staying in upstate. But it is continuing to push to the east, so definitely travel delays across the country today, especially in the north, and lots of rain pushing towards the eastern seaboard. That's the same front that we should see later on in the week. Right now, still right around the Mississippi River Valley. You can see pushing across the Gulf Coast, and as it inches a little bit closer, it will cool us off by Wednesday into Thursday. But until then, we'll stay mostly sunny. Cool weather gone for a couple of days. Winds will start to shift out of the east, pulling in a little bit warmer air. Temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s the next couple of days. By Monday, that front should be quite a bit closer, pulling those winds out of the northwest. By Tuesday, filtering in cooler air. Highs will be back down into the lower to mid 70s by Tuesday into Wednesday. This will be the first of several fronts to push through, reinforcing that cooler air. So we'll have a nice warm weekend, staying mainly dry and sunny. Next front will arrive on Monday, and then we'll turn into that cooler pattern for most of next week on into next weekend. Before today, enjoy it. 79 degrees, mostly sunny, warm, another great day. Winds out of the east at 5 to 10. If you have plans on the water, Good for you. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop on the bay, surf of 74. And for tonight, 65 degrees, fair skies with a little bit of patchy fog, possibly, especially inland locations. 81 degrees the next couple of days. Cold front on Monday, cooling us off quite a bit Tuesday and Wednesday. Lows possibly back in the 50s Wednesday morning. Sharon?
Thank you, Jen. And now for news from around the world. We begin in the Middle East as we take a live look over the border of Israel and the Gaza Strip, where overnight the bombing continues. And this morning, diplomatic efforts to end the fighting in the Gaza Strip are underway in Cairo, Egypt. Israel and Hamas representatives are meeting separately with Egyptian negotiators. This comes after a 3-hour ceasefire on Wednesday to allow supplies to enter Gaza. More than 750 Palestinians have been killed in the fighting. And here's a look at what's making headlines across America this morning. More bad news. The unemployment rate in December surged to its highest level in nearly 16 years. It's more than 7%. And President-elect Barack Obama says that means Congress should work faster to pass his huge stimulus plan. Steve Handelsman has the latest.
Nancy Gussman is one of America's new unemployed. She's highly educated, a lawyer, but in real estate. Her Silver Spring, Maryland company closed in September.
Some days I am terrified that I'm going to end up not being able to pay my bills and not being able to feed my kids.
That fear is spreading, unemployment accelerating faster than experts predicted. 500,000 American jobs lost last month. The unemployment rate's now 7.2%, the worst since 1993. The 2.6 million jobs lost in 2008 is the most since 1945 and the end of World War II.
Clearly, the situation is dire.
President-elect Obama urged Congress to pass his stimulus plan fast.
This is the moment to act, and to act without delay.
But some Democrats say not so fast. They want to be sure business tax cuts in the plan, added by Obama to satisfy Republicans, will translate into employment.
We are discussing some details around what tax cuts are best to stimulate jobs.
There are going to be a whole host of good ideas out there, and we welcome all of them. What we can't do is drag this out when we just saw 500,000 more jobs lost.
That was December. Boeing said today it plans to cut 4,300 jobs. Freightliner will lay off 2,100 workers at 3 truck plants.
It's horrible.
Nancy Gussman hopes she gets back to work.
I never expected to be in this situation.
The acceleration of the recession, jobs now being lost at a faster rate, is what President-elect Obama hopes will prompt Congress to move faster. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Capitol Hill.
And today, in his weekly radio address, Barack Obama stressed the urgency of improving the struggling economy. Here's what he had to say.
Today, I'm releasing a report of their findings so that the American people can see exactly what this plan will mean for their families, their communities, and our economy. The report confirms that our plan will likely save or create 3 to 4 million jobs. 90% of these jobs will be created in the private sector. The remaining 10% are mainly public sector jobs we save, like the teachers, police officers, firefighters, and others who provide vital services in our communities.
The Labor Department has sharply revised its payroll numbers for the past several months as economists struggle to keep up with the fastest labor market decline in 3 decades. And in other national news, 5 people were shot as spectators left a crowded high school basketball game Friday in Chicago. Police say the drive-by attack was possibly gang-related. The shooting left 5 males in the hospital, 3 in serious condition and 2 in critical. The high school is the alma mater of Oscar-winning actress Jennifer Hudson. Actor Patrick Swayze has checked himself into the hospital for observation after contracting pneumonia. Yesterday, the 56-year-old was in Los Angeles, where he was scheduled to appear at a meeting of the Television Critics Association to discuss his new cable drama, The Beast. Swayze was diagnosed last year with pancreatic cancer and has been undergoing chemotherapy for the disease. Chemotherapy can affect the immune system, possibly leading to other illnesses. 1 firefighter has died and another is in critical condition after a fire truck crashed into a building in Massachusetts. Officials say the ladder truck was coming down a hill when it plowed through an intersection and crashed into a high-rise apartment building in Boston Friday afternoon. The truck hit several cars and a brick wall before becoming lodged in the building. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. A neighborhood in Spokane, Washington discovered some rather unusual and very cute visitors. A moose and her newborn were found in the backyard of a home sound asleep. Wildlife officials say the two apparently wandered out of the woods overnight. Officials had to tranquilize the pair to move them back to their home. It took several men to lift the moose into waiting trailers. Well, most kids can't get enough of the internet, cell phones, or video games. But Mike Redding introduces us to a boy in North Carolina who gets his enjoyment from a much older art form. Take a listen.
KJ4DLL, this is KJ4EDF.
A 7-year-old boy with what looks like a CB radio calling out.
K4GLP, this is KJ4EDF.
To anyone listening.
I just wanted somebody to talk to.
Hey, is this Cameron?
Cameron Hassan of Gastonia, North Carolina is the youngest ham radio operator anyone around these parts has ever heard of.
And Cameron, tell everybody how old you are.
Well, if anybody's on the radio, I'm 7.
I'm just amazed. I got my ham ticket when I was, I think 14. I'm not sure. I think it's fantastic, Cameron.
By ham radio standards,
there's no cell phone bill attached to it. It's really cool.
Cameron's mom, Beverly, and dad, Eric, are young for the hobby.
He wanted to go ahead and take the class with me as soon as I said something.
But Cameron studied the book and passed the licensing test and received his call sign.
KJ4EDF.
KJ4EDF.
The guys that are talking here strike me as a little bit older than you.
Yeah, a whole lot.
See, way back before the internet, there was ham radio.
You crank up, and then you can crank over.
A place for networking, research.
Just any kind of electrical wire. Solid wires probably be the best.
And making friends.
Oh yeah, I know Ron all right. I just don't know where he is.
Yeah, Ron lives over in Shelby. And
a downside for Cameron is that, as a rule, 7-year-olds don't really enjoy lengthy conversation.
And then the gas crunch and things at work and the hurricanes and...
But his older ham radio friends do.
I hope I can be on the air before that. You guys can go ahead and sign out if you like.
Does he play soccer and stuff?
Yeah, he sure is. He's the Wolfpack.
Signing off, this is reporter Mike Redding.
Okay, guys, I'll get off with it. KJ4EDF clear.
If not a member of the club up there, W4AT.
Good night, Cameron.
Something like that.
He's like, enough already. I don't know, do kids play dodgeball or hide and go seek outside? Or am I just old? Don't answer that, Pete. Don't answer. Time now, 9:20. Coming up when we return, relieving stress one beat at a time. Sounds unusual? Well, coming up, we'll introduce you to a percussionist who motivates, empowers, and entertains through music.
Well, up ahead in sports, the Florida Gators still with something to prove even after winning the national championship. We'll explain what that is coming up in sports.
NBC6 Weather Plus Doppler Radar is brought to you by the Miccosukee Tribe of Indians of Florida.
Thousands of children have no family. Some turn 18 and enter the world totally alone. The NBC6 Forever Family program is changing this.
I'm Scott Rothstein, Chairman and CEO of Rothstein Rosenfeld Adler.
I'm NBC6 anchor Julia Yarbo. Forever Family is shedding light on the foster care crisis
and helping children just like these find their forever families.
Watch Forever Family exclusively on NBC6.
This Friday through Monday, Rec Warehouse is opening the doors of our warehouse to the general public. Spas and hot tubs, pool tables, bars, bar stools, game room furniture, patio furniture, and more. Everything slashed up to 60% off. 0% interest till 2010. First come, first serve. Happening now at Rec Warehouse.
There are cinnamon rolls. And then there are Pillsbury Grand Cinnamon Rolls, made with Cinnabon cinnamon. See the difference?
I stopped from watching this. I got a meeting.
Say goodbye to the stigma of smoking.
Florida Quit Line, can I help you?
Yes. Be free. Quit today at 877-YOU-CAN-NOW or floridaquitline.com.
There's a reason some things are made just for kids. Like Miami Children's Hospital. It's the only freestanding hospital in South Florida dedicated exclusively to children. From routine checkups to the most complex cases, Miami Children's Hospital is a perfect fit.
Experience the credit union difference. Start saving money on car loans, mortgage rates, and earn more on your savings account. Deposits are federally insured and there are fewer fees than banks. Don't wait. Visit NBC6.net/credit union to find a credit union near you.
Well, football homecomings are usually reserved for walkovers against teams like East Valley Mountain Tech or something like that. But the newly crowned national champion Florida Gators experiencing the best kind of homecoming yesterday afternoon. It's becoming an annual tradition, the Gator Nation welcoming the champs back to Gainesville with a fire hose shower at the airport. There's been little time for rest since Florida dismantled the Oklahoma offense on the way to a 24-14 victory, capturing the Gators' second national title in the last 3 years. And the AP bestowing its top ranking to Florida, ending any thoughts of Utah or USC or Texas sharing a piece of the pie. But if you're one of those who thinks the Gators are undeserving of the title, here's an argument from the champs.
How many times we got to beat the number one team in the country to prove that we are number one? We beat the preseason number one team in Jacksonville. We beat them soundly. We beat the defending national champions that are in our own house. We beat them soundly. I mean, there's nothing else we can do that we can say that we haven't. We've done everything. You know what? Whatever people want to think, go ahead. It's fine. I don't care.
Well, throughout the campaign of 2008, President-elect Obama practically made a collegiate playoff system part of his platform. And yesterday, he held fast in those beliefs.
Congratulations to Florida. I have to point out, if I'm Utah, if I'm USC, or if I'm Texas, I may still have some quibbles. You've heard my pitch.
Who's number one? Who's number one?
That's why we need a playoff.
I hope he can get it done. If anybody can, I guess it's the president, right? Don't forget, Miami Hurricanes basketball team in Boston College today. That is Sports. I'm Adam Cooperstein. Have a good one.
Well, I guess they can trash talk all they want. Gators are number one. Time right now, 9:25. Coming up, burglars get busted trying to take off with lots of valuable high-tech gadgets. And a real estate company takes potential buyers on a foreclosure boat tour. We'll be right back.